So, you've spent decades working, and now you finally have the time, you have the resources to go see the world. But what if the thought of actually planning that trip feels a little more stressful than exciting? Maybe it's the idea of navigating a huge airport, or just trying to keep track of all the reservations. It can feel daunting. Well, today, we're going to dive into how to travel after 60 with joy, with confidence, and without that nagging feeling of being overwhelmed.
This gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that feeling, the thought of frantically looking for a departure gate in some massive, unfamiliar airport, or the worry of misreading a train schedule in a language you don't speak, or, that dread when your phone is about to die right when you need to pull up your hotel reservation. It's not about whether you can walk or lift a bag. It's that fear of losing control when everything feels unpredictable. And that is the silent barrier we're going to take apart today, piece by piece.
All right, here's our game plan for this explainer. We've got 6 parts to guide us through. We'll start by really digging into that hidden fear we just mentioned. Then, we'll look at why travel can feel so different as we get older. From there, we're moving to the core of it all, the 3 pillars strategy. Then we'll get into a practical action plan, share a little wisdom for the journey, and wrap up with a simple, gentle challenge for you. Okay, let's jump into section 1, the hidden fear. What we're really talking about here isn't the travel itself, the beautiful places, the amazing food. It's the dread of the what-ifs. What if I lose my passport? What if I miss that connection? What if I can't figure out the money? It's all those little unpredictable moments that feel like they could throw the whole trip into chaos, and they all come from the same place.
You see, the real issue isn't that you can't handle complex things. Of course you can. The real problem is the feeling you get when you step off that plane and suddenly there's no predictable structure. Think about it. At home, your brain is on a kind of comfortable autopilot. You know where everything is, which roads to take. Travel just strips all of that away. And suddenly you're faced with constant decision-making. The solution isn't to avoid it, but to learn how to create your own portable sense of control that you can bring with you anywhere you go.
So, moving on to our second section, let's talk about why this lack of structure feels a bit more challenging after 60. And I promise you, it's not your imagination. It all comes down to something very real and practical, the energy cost, both mental and physical, of being in a new environment.
This really lays it out perfectly. It's an energy equation. On one side, you have all the demands of travel. Long walks through airports, jet lag, trying to understand new languages, rush connections. But there's also the cognitive load. That's the mental effort of just figuring everything out. Every single one of those things is a withdrawal from your energy bank. And on the other side, you have your energy reserves. And it's just a fact of life that our stamina, both physical and mental, becomes a more finite resource. When the demands start to outweigh the reserves, that's when anxiety shows up. It's not a failure, it's just math.
So here's the key insight. If we can just pinpoint the biggest energy drains, we can solve the problem before it even starts. And experience shows they are almost always these 2 things: the sheer panic of losing a passport or a key reservation, and the heart-pounding stress of sprinting to a gate. Our entire strategy is designed to systematically wipe out these 2 specific stressors.
And that brings us right to section 3, the heart of this whole thing. Now that we get the problem, let's build the solution. We're shifting from the why to the how. This is the 3-pillar strategy, and it's not just a few random tips. It's a solid framework for taking back control and building real travel confidence.
But before we get to the pillars, we have to really let this idea sink in. Confidence is control. This is everything. Your goal isn't to magically stop being afraid. It's to become so well prepared that fear doesn't even have a chance to show up. And you do that by replacing all those chaotic what-ifs with the calm certainty of a predictable, simple plan. It's about knowing, for sure, that you have a backup for your backup. And here they are. These are the 3 pillars that create that control. First, the master document protocol. Think of this as your shield. Second, the low-stress movement protocol. This is all about managing your energy through smart pacing. And third, the home-based strategy. This is your way to create a little bubble of comfort and familiarity no matter where you are. Each one supports the others, creating a complete system for stress-free travel.
Okay, knowing the strategy is great, but applying it is where the magic happens. So let's get practical. In section 4, we're going to break down the concrete steps you can take to put these 3 pillars into practice for your very next trip.
Here is your action checklist. These are the things that bring our pillars to life. We're going to talk about implementing master document redundancy, practicing what I call midday movement by taking advantage of accessibility resources, and really committing to that slow travel mindset. Let's start with the most important one. The Master Document Protocol is your most powerful tool against chaos. It just means gathering every single confirmation number, address, phone number, everything into one central spot. But here's the key: redundancy. You create at least two versions, a physical one, maybe in a brightly colored folder you can't miss in your bag, and a digital one, saved as a secure file on your phone that you can access even without Wi-Fi. That way, if your phone dies, you have the paper. If you misplace the folder, you've got the digital copy. No more frantic searching through emails.
Now for low-stress movement. The secret is captured in this one number: 3. 3 hours for a layover. Now, I know most people see that as a frustrating delay. I want you to completely reframe it. A 3-hour layover is not a delay, it is a strategic investment in your peace of mind. It's a buffer. It completely eliminates the need to rush, it buys you time to find your gate, sit down for a real meal, and just relax. You are choosing to save your energy for your destination, not burn it all in a stressful airport sprint.
And this is the other crucial part of low-stress movement. So many people see using mobility assistance at the airport, or even just checking a bag, as giving in. Let's reframe that right now. These are not signs of weakness. They are tools for smart energy conservation. Checking a bag means you're not wrestling it through security. Getting a ride to the gate means you arrive calm and rested, not breathless. And while you're using these physical tools, use a mental one too, the home base strategy. This is simple. When you get to your hotel, take 5 minutes to unpack a few personal things, a photo, your favorite book. This little routine creates a pocket of predictability that calms your mind.
All right, we have the strategy, we have the action plan. Now for this next part, let's just shift our perspective a little. This is about the wisdom behind this approach, and understanding that your greatest travel asset isn't your physical strength, it's your life experience, and that changes everything. I love this quote because it's just so true. Your decades of experience, your ability to plan, to anticipate, to be organized, those are your travel superpowers now. This isn't a young person's game of just winging it. It's more like a game of chess. Your strength is in thoughtful, simple preparation. And that is what builds the skill set of a truly confident world traveler.
And this really is the ultimate goal. The world is always going to be a little bit chaotic. You can't control a flight delay, but you can control your internal response to it. By creating these personal structures, your document, your pacing, your little home-based routine, you build a protective bubble of calm. You reclaim your autonomy. And this ensures that travel does what it's supposed to do: stimulate your mind, fill you with joy, and be rewarding, not draining.
We're at our final section now. We've covered a lot of ground. So let's boil it all down to one single critical action you can take as soon as this is over. This is your gentle challenge.
If you remember just one thing from our time together, let it be this. The secret to confident travel is not complicated at all. It is simply structured planning plus the conscious decision to conserve your mental and physical energy. You master that simple equation, and you master confident travel.
So, here's your challenge, the triple redundancy audit. Sounds official, but it's really simple. You can do it today. First, list 4 absolutely crucial items: your passport or ID, your travel insurance info, an emergency contact, and your main reservation, like your flight. Now, for each one, go through the checklist. Do you have a physical paper copy? Check. Do you have a secure digital copy on your phone? Check. And finally, the ultimate safety net. Is there a copy with a trusted contact back home? Check. This one simple audit basically eliminates the fear of losing something important.
And this is the transformation we're looking for. Overcoming the fear of chaos isn't about ignoring risks, it's the opposite. It's about looking at potential problems clearly and calmly, and then putting simple systems in place to make them non-issues. This is how informed preparation turns that nervous energy into genuine, excited anticipation.
So, are you ready to transform that feeling of uncertainty into your next great adventure? Remember, overcoming the fear of travel chaos is all about intentional, calm control. By creating a master document, you build a fortress against stress. By embracing that slow travel mindset, giving yourself the gift of time, of using the resources available to you, you're not wasting time. You're strategically conserving your most valuable resource, your energy. It's this kind of informed preparation that ensures your travels will remain a source of vitality, discovery, and deep, lasting confidence. The world is out there, and with these tools, you are more than ready to meet it.